All right, welcome to Adobe After Effects. This video is to show you how to create a mask. For those that may not know, a mask is the ability to take two shapes and have them interact in a way where one shape becomes kind of like a window for the other shape. And so a mask will let you do a video within a video. It will allow you to make certain shapes appear only when within a particular mask. Also text. A mask is a way of doing some creative techniques in Adobe After Effects. So let's get started on learning how to make a mask. And we're going to use simple shapes to do this. We'll show you how to create the shapes and how to connect them so they create a mask. First, I want to show you that composition settings. So we are under HD. We're in HD at 29.97 frames per second, which is pretty standard, full resolution with a black background. First, what we're going to do is just create a shape. Now, you have your toolbar usually at the top, and you have some shape options. You can do a square, a rectangle, rounded, ellipse, polygon. We're going to start with a simple rectangle. We are going to do a fill of blue, and you want to make sure to have some kind of color because that's what will make the shape stand out. And we're just going to create a shape, pretty large shape. Let it take up some space. And as you notice in your layers panel, basically created a shape for you. It says shape layer 1, and it tells you the content is one rectangle. Now, I would advise you to actually rename it, even though shape 1, it is a shape, but I would call it a blue rectangle just so it has more details of what it looks like. And then now we're going to create a second shape. You can go up to layer, new, and you could do a new shape layer. Or if you just make sure you're not selected on this layer, you unselect, change the shape. Let's say we're going to do a star this time. And let's change the fill color. And let's change it to red. And now you're going to create a new shape. I'm going to move this shape so that it overlaps with the circle, with the rectangle. And now we're going to create a mask. So you need two things to mask. You can mask a video, you can mask an image, you can mask a shape. We're going to start simple with a shape. So now one thing that may not happen is you look down at your layers and you see your two objects, your two layers, and you only have these choices. You're going to need to open up some choices. So down here at the bottom of your layers, you're going to see something that says toggle switches and modes. You want to click that, and that will make track matte available. The way this works, or at least the way the mask works, you want to choose which shape you want to get masked. So we want the blue rectangle to get masked by the star. So we're going to go under track matte, and under the drop down that is connected to the blue rectangle, we're going to select shape 1. And now you'll notice that the blue rectangle can only be seen when the star is on it. Now, the interesting thing about this is you could animate both. You could animate the star, move it around so you only see the rectangle whenever the mask moves, whenever the star moves, or you can move the rectangle. But if you notice, the star is blue because that is what's being masked. It's the rectangle, the blue of the rectangle. If it was the opposite, it would be red, and therefore you know that the star was being masked. So choose what you want to be masked and connect it through the track matte and choose what you want to mask it. By the way, if you see the mask or the track matte list, the matte list, you'll notice that there's numbers next to it, and this corresponds to the number of your layer. So if, like me, you forgot to label the name of this layer, then just go by the number. And obviously, you will not be able to choose the layer that you're on. So that's how to create a mask. It's pretty simple. Obviously, you can add many things to this by animating and animating both layers possibly, or adding video or images. But this is the most simple explanation of how to create a mask.